All right, this went really well. I just got off my sales call with Joe, and the thing is, like, he had like I will say it went really really well, but he's not close to 100% yet because at the very end he just said, and I know this is a usual objection, which is usually a red flag, but I don't think it is in this case. He said basically I need to talk to my wife first, and I didn't think about that, man. I think I asked him on the discovery call if anybody else would be joining us today, and he I didn't remember if I asked him that, but today I didn't ask him that. I didn't think about it, and basically I just went through the whole thing, gave him the presentation, I gave him two presentations. I went through my actual offer deck over here, and then I went through the mirror board as well over here. So the mirror board where I mapped out his new funnel, old funnel. This is the new funnel. I mapped this thing out in detail, went through everything, showed him everything, explained everything, and basically, yeah, he was pretty much at the end. He was really like, he was like, yeah, you put in a lot of effort because I put in a lot of effort, man. Like this whole thing, like fucking, like, bro, this whole, yeah, very long presentations, like 16 slides long, lots of text. Went through the entire thing, and then I went through the entire thing here again and showing him how it would work, and I answered every single question he had, and it was really easy to answer all of them. Like this gives me so much confidence for future calls because pretty much whatever he asked me, I had an answer, and it was easy. Like I didn't even have to think much about it. I was like, yeah, this is how that goes, this is how that works, which is really really cool. So that gives me a lot more confidence in terms of sales calls. And the thing is, like, again, like, yeah, he said he has to talk to his wife, but I really think he means that, and he wasn't just like, oh, well, I actually don't, I'm not on board. Maybe he isn't, but I think he is because, again, he wants to do exactly this. I laid out everything in great detail. So, yeah, and he can tell that I know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, I think it went really well, like, really well. And yeah, again, he will just get back to me. We'll see. Maybe it doesn't work out. Like, in my mind, I'm like, again, I'm pretty neutral about it. Like, I'm 95% certain that he's gonna say yes, but I'm also staying emotionally neutral, so I'm not disappointed if it's a no at the end of the day. I really didn't charge that much, considering all that stuff that I'm gonna do for him. Like, I'm gonna do, bro, I'm gonna take care of a lot of stuff here for him. I'm gonna have to build out this entire thing, you know? Like, I will have to come up with YouTube ideas, write his YouTube scripts. I will have to do 3 LinkedIn posts a week. I will have to write the newsletter for him, and that's just the maintenance stuff. But first, I have to build everything out. So I have to set up a newsletter for him, write the welcome sequence, which Claude can do pretty well. Then I have to create these websites over here, come up with a lead magnet idea, create an offer with him, do market research, and then we're gonna have to build a sales page, write a VSL, assemble all this social proof. He has quite a bit of social proof actually, which is great. And then we have, yeah, then we're gonna build this. So it is a lot. Like this is just the overview, but there's a lot of smaller, more nuanced, detailed stuff as well. So yeah, it is a lot, and I'm not charging that much. I'm charging 1,000 up front, and then 700 per month, which is not a lot. It really isn't, considering how much I'm gonna do for him. But at the end of the day, I didn't want to overcharge either, and he can tell that I'm still a little, uh, like a little new to this in the sense that I also told him last time that I've only, yeah, that I haven't worked with that many clients yet, and he could tell that I was I wasn't as convinced in my pricing. Like basically when he said, "Okay, what does it cost?" I just chuckled. I was like, "Okay, well, here we go." So I was like, "No, man, be confident in your pricing. Be confident." So I was like, "Yeah, okay, here it is." I mean, I knew that it is a steal, man. Like what I'm charging is not even like a more experienced copywriter or basically a guy who already had worked with more clients, had more confidence. They would charge like I don't know 2K to 3K for this per month. I charge 700 a month. So, I mean, come on. It is really cheap, especially since he's making good money anyways, making like 6 to 10K a month. So, this is very affordable. Like, it really is, especially for what he's getting out of it at the end of the day. And yeah, I've put a guarantee on myself now that I basically have to get him to 4 to 5K a month in 4 months, 120 days. or he's gonna get a full refund. So everything that he's paying me, he's gonna get it back. I'm gonna have to pay it back. And obviously I will do that. I'm not fucking Tom Stoic, so I would actually give that money back, of course. I'm not like that. I'm not ripping people off, bro. I want to do a good job and get paid for it, and that's it. I want to do a great job and get paid for it. So that's that's the plan at the end of the day. And I think it's very achievable, Like he himself said, do you think that's a realistic goal? And I said, yes, I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think it's very realistic because of the amount of social proof and results that he's gotten for his clients. Like if he didn't have that, I would be less confident, but now we can make people an offer to work with him, and he will get them to he got someone to 6K a month from zero in 2 to 3 months. If he has those kind of results, then he can charge more money for it. So yeah, that's kind of why I went with that sort of pricing point. So yeah, I think that's a realistic goal because you can't just have and also I was thinking about how are we gonna do this in terms of how many it is a one-on-one coaching offer. It's high ticket. So I want to make sure that he doesn't have to work with 8 clients simultaneously to make that much money. That would be rough. So I'm just gonna have to try to figure out how much could he charge. We've been thinking about a long-term thing, that people can buy 3 months of coaching with him and that sort of stuff, so they don't so it's not oh, you pay for 2 weeks or you pay for 1 month. I mean, 1 month would be alright, I guess, but it's better if you have a long-term investment because he can get people results fast, but how many results can you get someone in 2 weeks? Nothing, or in 1 month? Not a lot. So it's better. It's better because then he has a higher chance of getting people results. Then he has another testimonial, and yeah, it's just better that way, I think. So I mean, again, I just have to do more competitive analysis. We're just at the very start of this, and we're not even working together officially yet. So it's not a done deal yet, but yeah, I still will fill out this strategy thing, the strategy map out session, and then I'll leave it for now, and then I'll just wait for him to get back to me, because obviously I don't want to just spend 2 or 3 days just working on this, and then it's gonna be a no, and then I wasted that time. So I'll do this because we're gonna need this on the next call if there is one. I think there will be, but again, I don't know for sure. But if there's gonna be another call, I will have this ready, and that's that. And then yeah, he's gonna pay me hopefully. If he doesn't, we're not gonna work together. But you know what I mean. So yeah, but sales calls are not that difficult. Discovery calls, it's really not it is just a coaching session. That's all I'm here for, and that's really what I tried to do on the discovery call and on the sales call. And it's just so easy. I'm not just there no offense to Anna, man. Basically, he just he taught me there are certain questions that I should ask, and any question, we did mock-up calls. I did 2 hours of mock-up calls with Anam, one-on-one. He pretended to be a prospect, and I just tried to talk to him, ask the questions. And basically, if I ever ask the question that's slightly, I should only ask questions that relate to their pains, the desires, their personal goals and dreams and pains. And then I should figure out anything that's business related, how much money are they making, what have they tried in the past to make the business work, has it worked, has it not worked, and that sort of stuff. And yeah, that's all this is important information, you have to know this. But at the end of the day, and yeah, I didn't fill this out because I have the Loom transcript for him, so I didn't yeah, I got that stuff down anyway. But yeah, outside of that, then it got really rigid for me. I had then one call with a guy, and I really just went through the questions this and this and this and this, and it was kind of awkward. But now I was way more loose on the last 2 calls, with John and with Joe. I was literally just going into the call, and then I was just basically trying to I was genuinely trying to help. I wasn't just there to do some weird to play some mind games or some bullshit like that. I was just asking them questions, these questions over here. But then I would also I would always have advice, okay, we could do this, you could do this, you could do this. I had a presentation, I was prepared, a Miro board basically breaking down their funnel, or I had something. And if they had questions, I would basically just answer a bunch of questions, I had questions, but then I would also just take it back to them and ask them if they want to know anything more, and then I would just help them out as much as I could and give them as much info as I could. You know, the guy I talked to yesterday, like I told him he never used School before, he never used WAP before, he never even he didn't even know how to get on a call with me. He didn't know where to find the link. He booked a call with me and then he didn't know how where to find the Zoom link or the Google Meets link. It was so funny, man. But yeah, so yeah, that was just funny, bro. But yeah, that's what I mean, and I just helped that guy out for an hour. We talked for an hour instead of like 15 minutes. We just talked for an hour, and we built a lot of rapport. And I just helped the guy as much as I could. Like I showed him everything that I could. Like I showed him, okay, we could do a Discord or like for a free community, or you could do a WAP community. You could start with a low ticket, or you could do a free community and then do low ticket. And then we just brainstormed. Well, brainstormed. I mean, he couldn't really give me much input. He could just give me his ideas, and I would just tell him if that's a good or not that good of an idea, and what other idea might work best for his situation. I just told him everything that I could help him with, and that's it. And that's what I just did as well with Joe. I just walked him through the entire process, but I mean, again, I'm not a sales call expert by any means, bro. This was like my second sales call, and yeah, but the thing is, like, you don't have to be like a sales call genius, bro. Like, I don't know, it's like not that difficult. You just help people. Like, it's literally just a coaching session. That's really what it is. Like, that is really what it is. Like, it's not a sales call. I'm just helping people. I'm just on there and try to figure out how to solve their problems. And that's it. And I just give them as much advice as I can. And then first of all, they learn that I actually know what I'm talking about. You know, that builds trust, we build rapport. You know, I asked them, you know, more questions to give them more specific advice. And yeah, I do that a lot. I always ask them questions back. Like, even when I gave my presentation today, I stopped in between. I didn't just go for the entire thing. Whenever I was like, oh, I remember he had something to say about this. Like for YouTube, for example, I told him I can plan out your content, but you said you only wanted to load up like your live calls, like. But I think it would be better to, like, I brought it back to what I knew about him. I didn't just go through the lines here. I always brought it back to him personally. And I think that's a good idea, you know? Again, not claiming to be a sales call expert, but I like to coach people and I like to help people. So, again, it's just a coaching session. That's all it is. That's all I'm trying to do here. I mean, yeah, of course, I'm trying to get paid. I'm trying to sign a client. But, seriously, it's really not that difficult. Like, this is not difficult. This is such a big confidence booster because I was always like, this is like the part that I was trying to. I was like, do I have to learn to get on sales calls? Like, is this really something that I have to learn in depth? I was like, hopefully I can just get like on 3 sales calls and 1 client will say yes, and then I have enough and then I have 1 good testimonial, and then that's gonna make it way easier to sign a second client. I was basically like, do I really, like, I was just trying to avoid like having to learn sales calls. I knew I would have to get on them, but I was like, I want to get on as little as possible because that's just, yeah, I don't know. I just told myself this bullshit story that I'm just because I legit sit at home all day and I don't go outside. I mean, I do go outside, but I don't go outside and meet other people. I just go on bike rides, I go on runs, or I go training outside. I don't know, man, or I go on walks. But I do it on my own. Like, I just, you know, I don't really meet up with anybody, with any friends. So it's like, but at the same time, I'm not that bad socially at all. It's interesting, but I don't know, man. I'm pretty smooth with keeping a conversation going. Like, there's usually not really moments of silence there. I always have like something to say next, some follow up thing, and it's pretty smooth. It's not like, it's not unnatural. So I'm very happy I got that, because otherwise these calls would be very awkward. But yeah, I have that ability, and I'm very happy I have it. So that makes this thing a lot easier. And just going in with this mindset, like I was barely nervous for this one. Because I was like, because I was really, even though I chuckled when he said, let's get to the price, I was like, you know, I was like, oh, now we get to the price, you know, like I was like, sounded not that confident. Like before we got on the call, like 5 minutes before, I was like, if he says no to this, that would be not like, how can you say no to this? Like, I know you can afford this easily because I know I know how much money you're making approximately, and dude, I could charge way more for this. Like, I would be like, it would not be smart to say no to this, like basically. And I knew that I have put so much effort in him, and he can see that because when we were on the discovery call and we booked the second call, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put a plan together for the next call, and he's like, yeah, like really, like you know, because it was like he booked like 2 days after, so the call was 2 days ago, and he booked for today. I set my calendar up that way that they can't book the next day, and I really needed these 2 days to set this up. But he was like, "Can you really put a plan together that fast?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can do it." And yeah, I put together one hell of a very thorough plan. It's not just like a mini presentation. Like this was like extremely thorough. This whole thing right here, and this thing right here. And yeah, I have a template for this that I modified, but it still took a little bit. And this thing, I'm gonna say, how long did this take? Like mapping everything out, like with all the details, I'm gonna say this took like an hour. But today I like tried to have Claude write me a contract, and it wrote me a 10-page contract, and I tried to refine it today. And at the end of the day, I'm like, bro, a 10-page contract is just gonna build a lot of distrust, because if you have a 10-page contract, that means there's probably something in there that's just hidden, like some hidden clause or whatever, you know? Like if you have 10 pages to read through, that just means that there's something shady going on in there, most likely. So I was like, man, Claude, what are we doing? Like, does it really have to be 10 pages? And then Claude was like, no, it doesn't. And then it wrote me a 1-page contract that was just perfect. And I was like, what did I legit, I woke up at 6 today and I worked on that contract till like 3 p.m. I worked on that thing like, what was that, like, can't even do math anymore. 8 hours. I refined that fucking contract for 8 hours, pretty much. I barely took a break because the call was coming closer. And then I was like, man, what are we doing? Because then I gave it Claude to proofread it as well. I'm like, is this contract good? Because I don't know that much about contracts, man. Come on, dude. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know that much about contracts. Like, is this all like legit? Is this all good? Is there nothing weird in here? And then Claude was like, oh, this is not good. This is not good. Then I had Claude open in 2 windows, one for review, one for editing the contract. Gave it the review from itself, like Claude reviewed itself, gave it the review back. Okay, please implement this. Then I gave the new contract back to the review Claude, and then it was like, oh, no, now new issues emerged, and then it never stopped. I was like, what are we doing? Why am I spending 8 hours on this? Does it have to be that long? No, it doesn't. Wrote me a new contract in like 5 seconds, 1 page long, perfect. Okay. Lesson learned, I'm not gonna do that again. I'm not gonna have Claude write me out a 10-page contract again. I'm gonna keep it short and brief and simple. 1 page, everything easy to see, easy to understand. And yeah, doesn't take 8 hours. You know? So I'm happy that that's done. And again, like I feel way more comfortable now on calls. Like this was like the next big issue for me. Like I did outreach, but then I was like, if someone gets back to me, am not that well practiced in recording these Loom videos, and I'm also not that well practiced in actual sales calls and discovery calls. So I think that's kind of gone now. Like the Looms, I'm very comfortable with them. I'm also more comfortable with outreach itself and having the right follow-up message and making it personalized. And now I'm actually comfortable with getting on discovery and sales calls, because right now, like I will just go into these now just like this. I will just go into this with the mindset, okay, I'm trying to learn as much about you as I can to help you as best as I can, basically, and that's all it is, really. Like this, like it's so simple, man, and it's logical why it works. Like I don't need any fancy mind games here. I just have to help people and genuinely help them, and it's just, how is that not obvious? Like it's not a game of chess. I'm just making it clear that I know more than them in this domain by just showing them a lot of stuff about what they could be doing, and then I give them the opportunity to ask me whatever questions they have about this whole process, and then I answer every single question. And I am honest, I'm not just trying to make shit up. I mean, yeah, I'm to a certain extent, because the truth is I have not run a newsletter so far, but I pretend that I have. I said I've worked with clients and built out the sales pages. I haven't. But the thing is, I know that I can when it comes down to it. I have no doubt in my mind that if I have like, I don't know, 1 day to figure this out, I will do it. You know, even if I've never done it before, I can figure this out. If I have 1 day, and the thing is, like, I don't need a day. I know that there are templates. These are templates. I need like Anam said, you need like an hour to figure this out, or half an hour. Like, this is fucking easy. And again, the copy Claude will help me with that, and I can distinguish good copy from bad copy. So that's yeah, I know how to work with market research and have that and merge that with the copy and stuff like that. So even though I know most of this stuff only theoretically, I know that I can pull it off properly when it comes down to it. So I'm very confident. Thanks to Anam and thanks to Claude. If I didn't have that, I would not be doing this right now. Like, seriously, I would not have confidence in this at all, especially not in this time frame. But now I do, because I know I can rely on Claude to do most of the work, and I will do the edits. And the thing is, Claude is not good enough to do all of this on its own. Like, I'm not worried right now about getting replaced. And again, I think that AI will be pretty much able to do anything at some point in the future. But right now, it's like, I have to correct Claude a lot. Like, Claude makes quite a few mistakes still. Like, I still have to guide Claude. It saves me a lot of time. I love Claude. I absolutely love Claude. It's so good, but you still have to use your brain, and you still have to look at what Claude is doing, and you have to redirect it. That's kind of what you have to do. Claude does the majority of the work, but you have to guide it. That's your job. You know, because Claude will come up with dumb stuff. Quite a bit. It's really good, but it depends on the situation. But it also does quite a bit of stupid stuff. But yeah, that's fine. You know, so still, this is cool, man. I'm happy right now. I feel good. I was like, I was just sure that I was gonna like properly, like officially close him today, but maybe not. Like, apparently not. Like, I was like, okay, he's sold. Like, I was like sure about that. Like, I was like sure about that before the call, because of, you know, because of how much I prepared. He could see how much effort I put in, and that I know my stuff, and that he's not gonna get a better deal than this for this price point. Like, someone else will charge a lot more. He told me actually that he knows a guy who's pretty like good at VSLs, and he charges like 10 to 15K for a VSL. All right, dude. I mean, that's cool, but AI can do like 70% of that. You know, it's like, that's crazy. So that's when he said that, I'm like, man, I should have charged more. I was thinking that when I sent up the price, I'm like, I could probably charge 1,000 a month or maybe even more, but I'm like, dude, let's just play it rather safe. So whatever. I tried to find that middle ground as well of not charging too little, because if I charge too little, it's like weird. It just seems like you don't actually know what you're doing, because why the hell would you undersell yourself so hard? But at the same time, if you overcharge, that's also a deal breaker. Then again, you can negotiate. But I mean, if you say like I charge 300, and then you're like, actually let's do 700, like, you can't do that. You can't go up. You can't start low and go up. You go start high and go down. You know. So maybe I should have maybe set the price to like 800 or something like that. Or no, I could have actually probably gotten away with 1,000, maybe even more. But whatever. Like, yeah, I probably should have gone for 1,000. I actually thought about it. Was like, nah, man. Like, let's just go with 700. Let's play it safe. Let's sign a first client that I actually get that experience in, because I need that experience. And trust me, if I've done this once, I have done this, man. Like, then I'm really proper comfortable with this. Like, I just need to do all this once. Like, if I work with him and I just do this for 4 months, bro, like, then I'm set. I'm set, bro. I'm done. This is it. And yeah, I'll never stop learning. There's a lot more stuff. Like, it's not like, oh, I'm gonna get comfortable at that point. Nah, man. I'll keep learning. I want to learn AI. I want to learn again. Like, it's so good, man. I want to learn Claude Code. Want to learn how to build my apps. This is just a start, but I just want to be financially secure. And if I have this skill set, I'm gonna be financially secure for a good amount of time. Again, I can see AI taking this over at some point. Like, at some point, but it's not there yet, and I'm not worried about this. Like, because I will always keep learning. I will never ever get complacent and just be like, okay, this is where I'm at right now. I want to stay here. No, man. I always want to learn. I always want to get better. That's what I'm gonna keep doing, because it's so satisfying. Like, if I just look back 2 weeks ago, Like the amount of stuff that I learned 2 week like from 2 weeks ago to now is like ridiculous. Like right now I'm learning faster than I ever have, I think. Like because I've learned a lot of things about myself that like one thing that really helped me back is that I tried to deep dive into things that are not that important. Again, I took a Notion course for 1 month. Like why? I could have figured it out in like Notion is actually a little complex, so I'm gonna say like 2 weeks of using Notion daily would have then I would have been comfortable with it. But I took a whole course and I tried to understand every little detail about Notion, which would never become relevant to me ever. And that's a tendency that I have. I like to know, like, I like to dive deep into things that I don't have to dive deep into. For example, didn't dive into this at all. You know, like into Obsidian. Like I got Obsidian, I haven't watched a single tutorial on how to use it. Like I know like and I still use it every day, but I don't know nothing about it. It's just like a folder structure system. It has a lot of features that I don't know about. And yes, I want to watch at least a basic course because some things annoy me that like I don't know how to create a database if they have that here. I think they do, but I want to know the core features at least of not Beehive. Yeah, of Beehive as well. But I don't have to know everything there is to know about everything. You know, I really don't. I don't have to dive deep and become an expert at everything. I really don't. So that's just cost me so much time. And that's what I've gotten better at right now over the past couple of weeks. Is just I get good at something and then I'm like, nope, you're not gonna learn any more of it. You're gonna move on, and that's it. Like with the Loom, I recorded like a day. I recorded the daily Loom video for practice every day. I did like 3 looms a day. Every loom is 5 minutes, so that's only like 15 to 20 minutes of practice a day to record 3 looms. And I just did that over like a week or two, and now I'm very comfortable with them, man. They're like easy. So now I still maintain it, but I maintain it a lot less. I mean, 15 minutes is already not that much, but now I'm just like doing like 1 loom every 2 days, you know? But I don't need to practice anymore because now it's like ingrained in my brain, so I don't need to learn more about it. Really? I mean, I still need to practice my CTA a little bit. That's the one thing and I tend to over-explain things a little bit in my looms. Those are the two major things that I still want to fix. But again, I'm not gonna like spend a ridiculous amount of time on loom recordings anymore and loom outreach. Same with these sales calls. Like, I'm not gonna watch. That's what I would have done like 3 months ago. I would have gone on YouTube. I would have like looked at I don't know 10 different sales call videos and studied sales calls all day and then learned every single tactic about sales calls. And then I would have spent 2 weeks learning about sales calls. When now it took like I did like 2 hours of practice calls with Anam. I watched the sales call module like I don't know 3 or 4 times, and I got on like 5 calls in total so far. Was it five? 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 or 6, maybe 7. But now I'm comfortable with them. It doesn't take me like I didn't have to study a crap ton of sales calls guides. Like this is all it takes apparently. It's not that difficult. So that's cool. I'm just hyped, man. Again, like I don't know. It just feels good that this stuff is no longer really a concern for me because this was one of the this is what scares everybody getting on calls at the beginning. That this is one of the things that everybody hates, like the outreach phase and the recording the looms and that sort of stuff, like getting the first client. That's always and getting on that first call, like that's scaring everybody. But and if I kept doing it this way, like being super rigid with my questioning, then I would still be nervous about them. But now I'm just free flowing. I'm just relaxed because I know that there's no real structure here. I need to know a certain amount of information. I have to extract that, but other than that, I will just help these guys and that's it. And that's all there is to it. So makes these awkward pauses a lot less. Because when again, like it was a lot more awkward when I just went through my fucking questions and that's it. But if I just answer questions all the time and we have more of a conversation, like now it's actually a conversation. It should be conversational, not an interview, and that's what it is now. And it takes an hour, I don't care. I don't set a time limit on it. I'm just like, yeah, well, whatever many questions you have, I'll answer all of them, and that's it. Simple. Fucking simple, bro. That's all it is. So yeah, I'm just very excited about this. That yeah, I'm just excited that these issues are no longer real issues. I think I'm very excited about that. And yeah, again, regardless of what happens, if we decide to work together or not, right now the next order of business will be to finish this thing and at least have a first iterate, like first layout, and then I can still change it down the line. But I want to have a proper, well, a proper first draft, I guess, or proper first version of a proper game plan, you know? So I'm working on this. I'll finish this today. What time is it? Shouldn't be that late. Oh, it's only like, it's almost like 7, so it's not that late at all. Still got 3 hours till bedtime, so I'm gonna finish this today. And then we'll see what happens tomorrow. And yeah, now I have to. Actually, I will. The next thing I'll do is I will get the plan ready for John. Even though I think this is like not gonna get me any money, I don't know. I still want to help him. I like him, and yeah, I'll put a plan together for him as well. Uh, yeah, would be interesting. Then I'd have to manage 2 clients, one who pays me and one who might pay me. Because he doesn't have any money. Again, it's not like he wants to fuck me over. It's just he doesn't have any money. He can't pay me. Can't afford to pay me. But I still want to help him, man. So, can I manage 2 clients? I believe so. I think so. I think so. Yeah. Mainly because of Claude and because of Arnhem. That's the only reason why I think I can do this. Other than that, I would put a time frame of like 8 to 12 months on this or something like that. Uh, nah, 8 to 12 months, maybe not that late, but still. If I had to write, man, that would be so much work. If I had to write the YouTube scripts myself, the LinkedIn posts, actually, LinkedIn posts are not that long, and emails, actually, even if I had to handwrite it, it wouldn't be that much effort. But it would be a lot more effort than if I didn't have Claude, you know. So anyway, that's it. Gotta get back to it. I'm gonna do this right here and go from there. This is really cool. Another thing that I actually appreciated was my dad stopped. Like my dad stopped by yesterday unannounced. Like it's okay, but yeah, it was 20 minutes before I got on my call with John. I was like, man, really, what? Like this, he is so good at picking like the worst timing ever. Like every time he just has this way of just always calling you when it's a really bad time, always showing up when it's a really bad time. I'm like, bro, couldn't you have picked a different time? But it is what it is. But anyway, I appreciated it yesterday about my dad that he was like, because we have an arrangement basically. I told him if I haven't made this work till May, I'm gonna get a job again. And yeah, then I'll continue to work on this on the side, like as my main priority. But I will do a 20 hour or 25 hour a week job. I won't work full time because I want to do this, and I will keep doing this until it works, and I'll keep going after that. I'll never go back to a 9 to 5 and settle for that permanently. I'll only go back as long as I have to make money to sustain myself. But yeah, that's my arrangement with my dad. I have till May. It's March 18th. What is it? March 18th or something? I think 18th or 19th. No, it's 19th today. So I got like 1 month and less like 2 weeks, a little less than that. So my dad came by yesterday and he was like, well, like time is coming to an end. And then it's just basically, he already just told me like, you know, when you're gonna apply for your job, you should, you know, he gave me some advice on applying for a job. Uh, this guy, man, he just doesn't get it, you know. Like he's like, oh, if you want to do AI, like you should like for your. He still thinks I'm gonna for AI stuff. I'm gonna apply to an official like firm in Austria. Fuck no, I ain't doing that, bro. I'm not retarded. Like, fuck no, I'm not doing that. But he still thinks like that's the only way to get a job is to just like go the traditional route of just applying and then going over there and having a job interview and then getting hired, you know, and that's how it goes. No, that's not how it goes, man, not at all. But yeah, basically just made peace with the fact that it's just not gonna work out for me, and he didn't ask me because what really pissed me off is when he always asked me, how is the AI stuff going, David, you know? Or, you know, because it's always like I haven't made any money yet, and it's just an annoying question at this point. because I know I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna succeed, and I know I'm gonna make very good money off of it, way more than I could with it traditional with my fucking radiographer job. And I know it's gonna work, but until it works, you're gonna have to deal with these fucking questions by everybody. Oh, have you made any money yet, David? No? Oh, haha, I guess it is not gonna work out. It just takes a little bit. And especially it takes a little bit if you fuck around as much as I have. Not on purpose, but yes, I got sidetracked too much. I already laid it out, man. I like to dive too deep into things that I don't have to dive. Basically, I wasted a bunch of time doing a bunch of different things wrong. But now I finally have clear direction. Now I'm finally focusing on copywriting proper, and you can see how fast things are happening now. You know, it's ridiculous. Like I started coaching with Anand, like he started coaching me, I think in January, or at least in January I started attending the calls. It's March now. Like the amount I've learned from then to now is like not even funny. Like it's hard to put into words, but I'm like so much more comfortable with this stuff now. I know so much more about the whole of like the whole system of copy, like the whole funnel. I didn't even know how a funnel looked like 2 months ago. And I've been again, like I started copywriting like in 2024. Didn't even know what a fucking funnel actually fucking looked like, how it worked. Now this shit is easy, bro. Like this is so easy. Like I can do this in my sleep now. And yeah, I know how this shit works together. I know how the system works together. I know this stuff now. I got decent at actually writing copy. That's good. I know market research now. I know how to do outreach now. I know how to do calls apparently. I know how to record looms. There's so much stuff that I learned. And I know how a little bit of Claude code and everything like so much happened in the last couple of months. It's crazy. Like on a day-to-day basis, it really doesn't feel like I'm learning that much. Like it feels like every day I feel like I could have learned like 5 times more, even though it's just not the case. It just takes longer than I think it does. But then if I look back 2 weeks ago, I'm like, Jesus Christ, that was just 2 weeks ago. It feels like I'm in a completely different position now than I was 2 weeks ago. It's crazy. So really, really exciting. It's really cool to see the progress, and it's really, I couldn't have gotten luckier. I really couldn't have. Like I have like the best copywriting coach that there is. Like honestly, I don't think seriously, especially for that pricing, $50 a month. Like what a joke. Like come on, man. Like that's the best pricing ever. It's unbelievable. It's ridiculous. But yes, if I sign this client the second, like if I sign this client the second he signs that contract, or the second he says okay we're gonna work together, I'm gonna pay you the money. The second that happens, I'm gonna sign up for Elite membership from Anam immediately. I already wanted to do it, but I'm like, I will really only need this if I actually work with a client. But the second that happens, I'm gonna get on there immediately. Immediately. I'm not gonna wait a fucking second. I checked my bank account. I'm actually still in a decent position because I didn't dare to check in for the last 1.5 months or so, I think. Because I was like, I don't know, man. But actually, I didn't. I have decent money in my bank account still, so now I feel more comfortable spending 500. And again, like time is running out for me anyway. I got till May to, and then I gotta find a job. So why am I worried about spending more money now? Like I'm already paying for Claude. I'm already paying for Instantly $47 a month. I'm not gonna do that anymore. Actually, I'm gonna unsubscribe from them. I found a cheaper service for half the price. I should have looked around earlier, but yeah, it is what it is. Anyway. Um, well, I'm not gonna save money now. Like everybody that I know in real life, these people are so desperate for money. I mean, obviously because they don't make a lot of money, but they save every cent. Like they are so like, oh my God, like literally like the cheese got more expensive by 10 cents. That's ridiculous. What are they doing, man? The prices are rising. It's 10 cents higher. I'm like, it's 10 cents. But they like convincing a normal, like the people that I know at least, to even pay for a monthly subscription is like probably almost impossible. But I don't have that anymore. Like, uh, if it, like, that's just really what it is about me. Like, if I get more out of it than I put in, like if I get my money's worth and worth more than I have to put in, like if I pay $50 for something but I get a return that's worth much more than that, then I'll gladly pay it. So I'm paying for the Claude Max Pen now for $108 a month. I do not care. It is more than worth it. It's one of the best it's one of the best $100 you can spend on anything is Claude Code and Claude in general. It's so good. Like the amount of work it does for me, the amount of time it saves me is ridiculous. It is worth it. It is 100,000% worth the $100 I spent. But try to convince a normal person to spend $100 a month on anything. Like, come on, dude. Almost impossible. I don't even think about it. You know? And yeah, I'll gladly come on, $50 a month. That's like a no-brainer. But even that would be too much for a lot of people to consider. $50 a month. Oh my god, it's only the best copywriting coaching on the planet for $50 a month. Oh, $50 a month is too much. Yeah, well, too bad for you. Like seriously, people fucking annoy me sometimes. Like, come on, is it so hard to convince somebody to spend $50 a month for like the best coaching you can get? Like, this is fucking ridiculous, fucking stupid. Like, honestly. Yeah, so I pay $108 for that. I pay like $50 for this, which is nothing. But again, like elite membership is $500 a month. I will gladly pay that, gladly. I don't care. I will not think a second about it. The second it actually becomes relevant, the second I start working with this guy or with whoever client actually decides to work with me, if this doesn't work out, then this will become relevant and then I won't wait for a second. I'll immediately, like the second this guy sends me money, I'll immediately reinvest it into Elite. Done. You don't have to sell me on this shit. I'm already sold. You know, and I'm not that, and it's also because I know that I will make a lot of money in the future. I'm not that mad on, I don't care about spending too much money because I know it's not going to be a concern in the future. Like, I also missed out on 3K, for example, because I'm an idiot, but after I quit my job, I had like a savings of 3K that I wasn't even aware of. And then they sent me a letter that there was like that there was some savings, and I didn't realize I had 6 months to transfer those savings to my actual bank account. It was like an I don't know what it was, insurance. I don't know what it was, but yeah, it was 3K basically that were mine. If I acted in 6 months after quitting my job and just got that money in my bank account, I forgot about it, never looked into it, and then I looked into it and I was like, oh well, let me get that money. Nope, 6 month period has gone by. Now you would have to get a job and work for a year there to get that money. So that's like 3K sitting inaccessible for me that I just missed out on because I'm retired. But I didn't get too upset about it. I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like it's 3K, but I'm like, bro, it's not gonna matter eventually. Yes, would I like to have that money? Yeah, of course. It would make a gigantic difference for me, but I'm not feeling desperation for money, you know? I'm not like, oh my god, I need to hold on to every penny. I'm gonna go broke. Oh my god. No, man, I'm fine. Like I'm not worried. Like yeah, I would like those 3K and they would really come in handy, but because I make like 200, like my only income right now is 250 a month from my dad, and that's it. You know, maybe soon it's gonna be more if I sign this client. Still wouldn't be enough to sustain me monthly, but that would just be one client, and then I would try to get a second client. But you know, ultimately, I'm gonna make a lot of money, a lot more. I think with copywriting, you're kind of maxed out at like 30K, at least off of client work alone, which is a lot of money. See, that's what I mean, bro. And I know this is totally possible because Anam has done it. Anam has done it in less than a year. It's ridiculous. And I'm learning directly from him. I'm learning exactly how he's thinking about everything. I'm learning everything from him. He's such a good coach. So knowledgeable, it's crazy. And I'm just learning everything that he knows. And it's, yeah, that's why I'm not worried. Because if I just learn what he knows, then I can get the same results for clients that he does. Then I can price my work the same way that he does. He makes 30K a month, so I know 30K a month is possible. I just gotta do what he does and learn from him. And I'm getting direct one-on-one coaching, so I will learn everything that he knows. So, yes, that's kind of like the benchmark. First, I want to be able to pay my rent. Then I want to double that. Then I want to go to 10K a month, and then I want to get to 30K a month. And it sounds like delusional to say that because I'm getting 250 from my dad a month. I'm pretty much making no money myself. And I still know that it's totally possible. It's all a matter of skill and experience, and yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. So, yeah, And yeah, again, if I just get to work for one guy and I get to work for, like, imagine this. I do this for 4 months. I'm gonna know everything there is to know about this. Like, obviously, like, everything that I need to know about this to replicate it again. So, gonna be easy. I just want to get this guy the results. Obviously, I don't want to look like an idiot at the end of the day. Like, after 4 months, I got him nothing, like, or not, barely anything. I'm gonna be like, brother, I want to be able to deliver because this guy thinks I'm actually good at what I do. And I think again, I've never done this, but I think I'll do a good, I think I'll do a really good job to, if I get to do this. But at the same time, I've never actually seen it work in practice myself. I've seen everybody else make it work. I've seen Anna make it work, KJ students. All these people have made it work, but I have to see it for myself as well. I have to see that it actually works when I do it. So that's what I need confirmation on. I'm very confident that it will work. Again, I got Claude, I got Anam. If I need help, I can ask him. He will help me every step along the way, like one-on-one, which is ridiculous, but I'll take it. And that's why I know that there's not really any scenario where I fail. For 4 to 5K a month in 120 days, I think that is very possible. So yeah, that's kind of what it is. Anyway, I've recorded for 46 minutes. That's enough, man. That's it. Bye.